What is going on, everyone? It's DC3 Johnson here with another Madden NFL 21 franchise mode video, guys. So in this one, we're going to go ahead and take on the New Orleans Saints. And should be a very interesting matchup. I personally like the Saints. I know this year should be a little interesting because they won't have Drew Brees anymore. Because obviously Drew Brees ended up calling it a career this past year after the loss to Tampa Bay. So that's probably an interesting one. I was actually having a conversation with one of my buddies. Actually, we went out and we're talking about, we were having dinner and we were talking about it, and he was already kind of considering him to be a rebuilding team, and I'm just like, no, that doesn't sound like the Saints, because the Saints still have Michael Thomas and Kamara, I believe. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his last name, Kamara. So it's like they only really need a quarterback, and I know they got Hill, who is decent enough. So I wouldn't necessarily agree that they are a rebuilding team. I would say they're an up and coming kind of team. Obviously, by losing Drew Brees. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, leave a comment below if you agree, if you agree with that. With that being said, right now, focusing on the gameplay here really quick. So the Saints do strike first here, so they end up taking the lead here, 7-zip here in our hometown of Glendale, Arizona. And so we end up giving it to Christian Kirk here, who ends up getting 5,000 career receiving yards at the moment. We're going to go ahead and dive into the red zone. We get to the 16-yard line, just a little short of the first. And we give it to King and Drake, who's going to get all the way down to the 2. Actually, the 1, excuse me. All the way down to the 1. So it'll be first and goal here. We once again give it to him on the next possession. And he will rush it in for the touchdown. 20th of the season. So great job by Mr. King and Drake, who's going to basically get the score even. There you see, from the 2 all the way to the 16. So we get out of safety zone territory. And so with about 4 minutes left, we're going to rush it all the way to the 40. And so that pretty much gets us into first down territory. We give it to Max Williams, who is going to get us to midfield to the 48. And so now, once again, King and Drake rushing it through. So that's the one thing that we've actually had a really, really good start in this game. Because normally, King and Drake ends up, normally we're getting about maybe like 25, 30 yards per quarter. So the fact that we end up getting it all the way, and we end up getting some good yardage, unfortunately ends up ending into an interception. But flag is on the floor, guys. So, and it looks like it's going to be a pass interference. So even though it did end in an interception, the ball will come back to us because of the penalty here. And so we once again, this time around, instead of passing, we ran it. And so now we throw it on third down, feeling a little forced. And we once again get the pass to Mr. DeAndre Hopkins, who's going to get the touchdown there. New Orleans strikes again. So now it's a tied ball game, 14-all, with about 9 minutes left here in the first half. And so we end up being a 3-and-out sort of situation. Looks like we got a penalty there. And so the Saints go up 21-14. Another touchdown there. You see Christian Kirk is going to get that pass. He's going to dive it. He's going to run it all the way to the end zone, guys. And so just like that, we end up tying the ball game there. Great pass right there out of the pocket, which are tough passes. Those are tough, like especially under pressure. And so it ends up working out for us and ends up being a touchdown there. So about 3 minutes left. We're going to give it to Max Williams, who's going to get us to the 32-yard line. And so getting close to the 2-minute warning, we go out of bounds to the 23. And so we give it to Kenyon, who's going to get us to the 2-minute warning at the 11. And so just doing some running, some rush plays, just trying to kill some clock here. And so we get all the way down to the 2. We end up taking the timeout there because we're basically burning the clock here. So that way the Saints don't really have an opportunity to score. And so on third and goal, we're going to try this again. Perfect. It's going to be a touchdown pass to Mr. Christian Kirk, who once again gets a touchdown to and get the score here. And so we take the lead, guys. We take the lead. Our third pass touchdown of the game, and obviously we have one rush with Mr. Kenyon Drake, so 4 touchdowns. Normally that puts us in a very comfortable position, but of course it is the Saints, so that only gives us a 1 touchdown lead. It's 21-28 as we come out into the third quarter. There you see the Falcons end up beating the Panthers 31-26. Just making the road a little more bumpy for the Panthers here, who are the defending champions. Las Vegas gave Kansas a fighting chance, 24-28. Or either that or the Chiefs spent too much time gambling in the casinos. That probably led to them kind of having a little bit of an off day. And so the Seahawks beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 37-31 as we get the touchdown pass to Mr. DeAndre Hopkins, who is going to get his second received touchdown of the game. And so we go 35-21. So Saints are still sleeping. They still haven't come out here and started playing in the second half. We're going to take full advantage of that. Unfortunately, it's going to be a 3-and-out for us, and that's going to pretty much leave it into a touchback for the punt here. Now with 30 seconds left, Saints end up scoring a field goal, so that's 24-35. There you see we end up getting to midfield after the nice pass to Mr. Christian Kirk, and as the time expires, we get all the way to the 41, and we get to DeAndre, who's going to get us to the 17 there. And so once again, another pass, this time around to Mr. Kenyon Drake, is going to get us all the way down to, or sorry, not Kenyon, excuse me, Max Williams. I don't know why I was thinking my tight end. I got them mixed up right now. And so Kenyon Drake does get the touchdown officially. There you see a little jump ball scenario as they're having a good time, and that pretty much wraps the game up here, guys. Looks like we end up basically, autopiloting the rest of the way because it was pretty much a lopsided second half, which actually is so surprising considering that the Saints end up outpassing us. But yet they just weren't able to take advantage of those opportunities there. 398 for Mr. Zach Wilson. There you see, that's the story. No passing touchdown. So it looks like the running back pretty much ran all the way into the end zone, getting those rush touchdowns. So that pretty much became the story there. There you see the longest 29. The longest for us was 75. And rush, there you see 35 yards. It was the average for 115. Mr. Coleman, 2 touchdowns, and of course there you see Kyler Murray, 72 yards. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Stay tuned for the next one. Take care, guys, and stay safe, and don't forget to subscribe.